All right, I just watched the latest episode of Futurama where Bender creates an NFT that ends up, all of the NFTs end up selling for $94. And it's really cool because basically what it does is it shows the process of NFTs. So with the NFT, it's a whole money laundering scheme. And I wish we went back to, the old fashioned money laundering schemes, like laundromats and mattress firms. But yeah, it is what it is. So what happens is the kids make the Amy and Kif's kid, the professor and Hermie's kids, all five of them get together with Bender and make a NFT or a bunch of NFTs, and then somebody buys one for a penny. One of the kids buys one for a penny, then 25 cents, then 50 cents, then $1, and then eventually a museum buys it for $94, which isn't a lot of money, but it's enough to get ice cream. And then Bender's like, "Oh my God, it's in a museum." Because they see it and he chokes on his ice cream. Then Bender has to go to Mexico because he wants to find out who he is. Because remember, Bender Bending Rodriguez was actually built in Mexico. He meets a Rodriguez family, so he's like, all right, I guess this is part of my family. There's a whole thing. But the cool thing was at the end, there's this game, and by winning, he's supposed to get sacrificed to the gods of the old nanobot civilization, but then he ends up stealing the algorithm of the gods from them to steal his NFT back. So you still get a lot of that stuff. What I didn't like was there wasn't much Fry and Leela in this episode, but I'm sure there's going to be more Fry and Leela in the episode. They tried to steal the NFT back from the museum, which was wild because the professor made a functional scale model of the museum that ended up having a robbery at the museum. And I just think it's really cool that this all happened. I'm glad that Futurama did. Last season they had a crypto episode, just a regular crypto episode, and this season they had an NFT episode. And why would a human ever want an NFT? Because it's just a number. Like, I could literally screenshot your NFT, and then I have the NFT. I don't have the number, but I have the artwork, and like, I didn't pay for it. Like, you could argue that that's piracy, but like, you never know. Because, like, what if I'm using it for fair use? What if I'm using it to critique it or something? You can argue that. And I think that's the point that Futurama was trying to make. So it was a pretty cool episode. And I'm glad they did it with Bender because it actually makes it so that NFTs make sense in that universe because there's robots that want the numbers. So overall, a pretty good episode. Definitely would be worth a rewatch. So definitely, I think they did a good job this first season.